1, 2, mic check. 1, 2, check the mic. 1, 2, mic check. 1, 2, check the mic. Great, great. We have an excellent sound here. Join the Montserrado County Premier Platform Voices SINOE is on your screen with a special edition of our show with our special guest this morning. Yeah, Reverend is punctual. Reverend, give me some time. Let me build the audience a little bit, please. All right, let's see. Let me share this, and I will be.
I hate you right here. If I show you love, you show me love. Love, 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 like love. If I show you love, you show me love. Love, 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 like love. If I show you love, you show me love. Love, 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 like love.
T'as fini ma bébé là où est fao. T'as fini ma bébé là où est fao. Quand on a de la boue où est fao. Go my baby la où est fao. I let you power. I can never leave you on the highway. You my baby. As I do, c'est tout. C'est tout.
If I show you love, you show me love. Love, 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 like love. If I show you love, you show me love. Love, 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 like love. If I show you love, you show me love. Love, 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 like love. If I show you love, you show me love. Love, 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 like love.
Photo, photo, I want a photo. I will not get you photo. I will not get you photo. Photo, I'm not get photo. I want a photo, let me take a photo, yeah. Smile for me, that place up for me. Tell me now who I want to be with. T'as fini ma bébé là où est fao. T'as fini ma bébé là où est fao. Quand on a de la boue où est fao. Just go my baby la où est fao. I let you power. I can never leave you on the highway. You my baby. As I do, c'est tout.
If I show you love, you show me love. Love, 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 like love. If I show you love, you show me love. Love, 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 like love. If I show you love, you show me love. Love, 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 like love. If I show you love, you show me love. Love, 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 like love.
Wake up from your slumber, stop sleeping. Whip your hands, whip your hands, whip your hands, whip your. Come on, come on, come on. I know you're sleeping now. You gotta whip us some more, yeah? Okay, let's go. The people fool us. The people lie to us. The government betray us. They betray us so much. I said they lie. The people fool us, so the people lie to us. The government betray us. They can lie, they can steal, they will not go. I said we tired with their lies. We tired with their promises that led us to all our damages. We tired with that speech they preach in DNA unique, they deceive us. The thing we saw, it frustrate us. So why can't you lie? Why can't you steal? Why can't you allow the citizens to grieve? You see, we just tell you that why we voted you. But you fool us, you screw us, you use us and later on abuse us. So why? The government should lie. Why? But that's the question that we ask. They lie. The people fool us. The people lie to us. The government betray us. They betray us so much. I said they lie. The people fool us, the people lie to us. The government betray us. They can lie, they can steal, they will not the corrupt. No one to trust. My people, no one to hope on. Nobody. My hope that I have been broken. I'm telling you, brother. So where are the schools? Where are the roads? Where are the jobs that they said they could afford? But they're too selfish. The people tired with their rhetoric. People tired, they tired. You see the reason why we ask why the government betray. They have enough of time, but yeah, then instead they delay. People suffer. No work, but people crying for hunger. Look at. Your vision and your mission, your intention to the nation, they poor. You got nothing to show. Nothing. So why? The government should lie. Why? But that's the question that we ask. They lie. The people fool us. The people lie to us. The government betray us. They betray us so much. I said they lie. The people fool us. The people lie to us. The government betray us. They can lie, they can steal, they will not the corrupt. We tired with the promises that left us to allow our damages. We tired with that speech they preach in DNA unique, they deceive us. The thing we saw, it frustrate us. So why can't you lie? Why can't you steal? Why can't you allow the citizens to grieve? You see, we just tell you that why we voted you. But you fool us, you screw us, you use us and later on abuse us. So why? The government should lie. Why? But that's the question that we ask. The people fool us. The people lie to us. The government.
This one a real one. Who Yankee? I'm a real sick a long time. The record, mash up the place.
You're not able to take care of Babu Nebo. You're not able to boss the rata Babu Nebo. Also, Monkey come down. Oh, Monkey come down. Monkey come down. Oh, Monkey come down. Monkey come down to you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a brand new edition of Voices SINOE in the Diaspora with ESOTERIC, coming to you live from the Tri-State region. This afternoon from our end, we am about to have a fantastic conversation with one of the founding sons of the Republic of Liberia, Honorable Solomon Manneh Muin is my special guest this afternoon. And so as you join the show, please share the link for us, and we will highly appreciate that. The show is going both live on Facebook and YouTube, so you can also follow Voices SINOE on YouTube to watch the show live from your big TV at home. If you don't have TV, just watch your phone, and we'll make a fascinating conversation that's as I already indicated. Mr. Muin wants to represent us in one of our districts in Liberia. You know, he's going for a seat in electoral district number 17, Montserrado County. And so we're going to be having a fantastic conversation with him. Now, before we bring our special guest on, I just want to do a quick commercial here to get some things out of the way before I bring my guest on. He's already backstage. And so right after the commercial, and then, of course, I will bring my guest on here, the great man that you are seeing on the screen. That's the flyer details there for you. But let me get the commercial out of the way here now in specific order, of course. All right, so a young lady by the name of Massa Dopoh. Massa Dopoh is, she wants to contest or is contesting in Montserrado County Electoral District number 14 in Liberia. And so she'll be having what we call a dinner. So she called it a political fundraising dinner and red carpet program. You know, so the program will be on the 24th of June, 2023. So Massa Dopoh is inviting the public, everyone to come. It comes a little, you know, she's a politician, she's running for office. So of course, the cost for that program is $100. And so if you have, go and support the young lady, $100, and you'll hear what she has to say. It will be a fantastic event, red carpet. You have a lot of great people that will be part of the program as well to make new friends. All right, so that's Massa. Watch out for the program that is coming up. It's scheduled for 6 p.m. To 10 p.m. on June the 24th, 2023. Also, I want to just remind my viewers here. Let me see what somebody's texting me here. Okay. All right, so a couple, or soon to be a married couple, we got Klarwlue Manneh and Tina. Their wedding is coming up. Every time I come on the show, I want to do the commercial so that people can know. Also in Des Moines, Iowa, it will be a Klarwlue Manneh and Tina Manneh's wedding. And so it's scheduled for July the 8th, 2023 in this United States. Again, it's in Des Moines, Iowa. And so let's join Klarwlue and Tina to celebrate a big day with them. So save the date. It's July the 8th, 2023 in Iowa, Des Moines. Also in Philadelphia, another wedding that is coming out that I want you to save the date is the wedding of Mariah and Gorney. Mariah and Gorney, their wedding is also scheduled for July the 22nd, 2023, and will be held in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And so we urge you as well to save the date and be part of that great wedding. Another one that I just quickly want to get out of the way, it has to do with the Seekon community in America. Their second annual convention is also slated for, I think they have here June the 8th, 2023. All right, June 8th, 2023 is the Seekon community second annual convention, and you are all invited to be part of the program. And you can see the details on the flyer if you want to be part of that program. All right, that's the commercial that I have here that I want to share with you. Now, before I bring the guest on, one more thing, but before I bring that thing on, it's a breaking news. I'll be right back. All right, so the breaking news that we are getting is Edith Poah, one of the contenders for the Grand Gedeh Association presidency in the Americas. Madam Edith Poah, yesterday in Des Moines, Iowa, was declared as the victor for the 2023 presidential election that was held at the convention of the Grand Gedeh Association in the Americas. And so we want to say congratulations to Team Poah the Poah and Yanwe team, they're great. They ran the campaign. They went practically everywhere to talk to the people. And now the gavel is now in your hand, and Edith Poah. So we want to say congratulations again on this big win of yours. You've been on it. That's what they call determination. You stay the course, and eventually you are here to the office of the highest office of the Graduate Association in America. So we want to say again, congratulations to Manneh Edith Poah, and we wish you the best. Of course, we are in your corner, but we want the best thing to be done for Graduate County. And so now we have passed the campaign stage. It's time for governance. And what that means is we're going to be scrutinizing your administration. We want to make sure, give you the needed support. We will praise you if you were to do the right thing. If you go wrong, of course, we're going to put you on trial. We want to criticize you again. That's what it means to be a leader. And so I'm proud that I've been working with this lady for a while, and she's somebody who takes criticism very well. So, and that's a good thing. Now, let me just get to my guest here so we can get the show rolling here. Please, as you get on it again, please share the link for us. We would do highly appreciate that. Now, without further ado, I'd like to bring my special guest on the platform, a man of God, a man of knowledge, a man of intellect, a passionate man who wants to make a big change in Liberia. He wants to join the Liberian Congress, so to speak. And so Mr. Moin is my special guest. Let me bring the Honorable on here. Let me bring that flyer down here. Honorable Moin, welcome to Voice of SINOE. I think you are on mute. All right, so the device is disconnected over there. You're going to come back so we can start the conversation. All right, guys, so it's a nice, wonderful show coming your way, please. So we want you to, let's see what I can get you out of the studio. You can come back. Yeah, so it will be a good show coming away. We want you to share the link for us as well. We really do appreciate you for always coming on. My special guest is already here. Let me see. Let me be playing this song while we wait for him to get on. Okay, let's see.
It's Seekon Jr., the marvelous producer.
Come back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am working out modality with my guests back stage. We are having a little technical problem, but he should be on shortly. Let's see. For some reason, his device is not the video feature is what we are trying to fix. But in the meantime, we want to say congratulations to Manneh Poah and her team for winning the presidency of the Grand Gedeh Association in Americas. The people of Grand Gedeh, it looks like the organization is about to be resuscitated again, so we call it the resurrection of GGAA. Manneh Poah is an excellent leader, and you did not make a mistake to give her authority to run the organization. It's the best thing to do. Africa, and that's why we are backwards, because we tend not to give good people power. We'll give the wrong people power, and then the people at the end of the day, they keep suffering. And so with Manneh Poah at the helm of authority right now, the people of Grand Gedeh, they are on course. They are on the right path. And again, we want to say congratulations to Manneh Poah on this great win. Mr. James Yubote, we want to say congratulations and thank you so much for leading our organization, and congratulations for conceding and for saying that you are not going to divide the Grand Gedeh Association. That's a wonderful thing. That's why we don't see these things easily in African politics, in African nations. Politicians, when they are defeated, I'm not leaving, I'm not going nowhere. But we want to say again, congratulations to Manneh Poah and our team. We followed the program yesterday. It was fantastic. It's a brilliant team here that will do a lot for the people of Grand Gedeh County. When I sign on to a team, when I give my support to a candidate, rest assured, because I'm not a failure. I'm a success, and that's why I critically analyze and go deep dive into stuff before I give my support. And so we crusaded for Manneh Poah, and as expected, she is now the national president of one of the largest Liberian organizations here in these United States. And also now the pomp and pageantry is over, and you took the oath of office yesterday, Manneh Poah, and you and your team. And it is time to do the people work. You told us you're bringing peace, unity, and transparency. There are other things in that platform. I know it very well at my fingertip. And we are looking up to the aspect, the implementation of phase of the agenda. And that's why I left now. That's how you put there. I want the people of Grand Gedeh, the people of Liberia, the people, like you said, the Liberia counties, Maryland, SINOE, Bapuru, Nima County, Lo-Fi, and Gibby, Bon County, and you can go on. I want all the counties associations to do well, because when these various organizations, they do well, especially in Liberia, when they give assistance to the country, the country will be developing, which is a good thing. And that is why I am doing my part here and supporting the right people. If Francis Klarwlue develops SINOE, for example, it's Liberia that is developing. If Edith Poah develops Grand Gedeh, it is Liberia that is developing. And so that's what we want. We want the opportunities, the privileges we have here in the United States to also be extended to our people back home. So this is not politics. Unfortunately, we politicize our community organizations, which is very, very sad. But now it's time to depoliticize the organization and turn it into a humanitarian organization, which it is. So I like the young faces that are now on board. It's a radical change. I don't know why, for some reason, device not connected. The device got to be connected. I think so. Yeah, the guest is not activating something back there. Yeah, so give it a shot again, please. Let me see what I can send another link to as well to him. I will be right back with this commercial to talk a little bit about the Grand Gedeh Association presidential election. And there was a glitch from the beginning of the convention, but those things are expected where, you have, when you introduce politics, sometimes you have some of those things that happen. But we are glad that the people put themselves back together, and they selected the Poah. All right, fine on there. Hopefully we'll be good now. Let me bring my guest on here. Mr. Muin, welcome back to the show. The device, your audio is not connected. I think your device is on mute. Let me see. Yeah, again, it's a problem over there again. All right, guys, we are still. I think they say he should connect his mic. Let's see what happens. Why his mic? Let me do the commercial. I'll be right back.
Hey, records. If I show you love, you show me love. Love, blood, love like love. If I show you love, you show me love. Love, blood, love like love. If I show you love, you show me love. Love, blood, love like love.
I fini my baby la uefa. I fini my baby la uefa. Down one day la uefa. Just go my baby la uefa. I let you back.
All right, let's give you a shot again. See, how you doing, sir? Are you hearing me? Your mic is mute. It's on mute. So you gotta take it from on mute, please. Because I tried doing it from my end here. The mic is not. The mic is on. It has to be. And I'm trying to do it. It's not allowing me on my side. Yes. His mic is not connected. Yeah, unfortunately, the mic is giving trouble over there. I think he.
Once upon the time, in the jungle, there lay so many animals and so many trees. During the day, there were no restrictions. Anytime, any day, anyone used to corrupt and go outside free in the jungle, yeah. After they realized that everything was good, I said everyone were only after the food. Majority of the people went beyond baboon, and few people went beyond okay. The headers of the time made a big mistake. After election, they went and made a selection to the citizen of the jungle. Was unsatisfied, so they decided using another caretaker. Who love, who care, who has the ability taking care of the people. Okay, you're not able to take care of baboon able. You're not able to bust the rata baboon able. Oh, so ja monkey calm down, oh monkey calm down, monkey calm down, oh rock monkey calm down, monkey calm down to you. Monkey gonna down to you, monkey. Oh, ja monkey come down to you. Monkey come down to you. Monkey come down to you. Monkey chop chop chop. Monkey gonna get tired. Say monkey chop chop yo. Monkey gonna get tired. Monkey chop chop chop. Monkey gonna get tired. Monkey chop chop yo. Monkey gonna get tired.
Keeping banana and the chop. Stealing is a error, a Russian is a error.
Monkey cannot get tired.
Hey, we wanna live life, have to live a good life. We wanna live life, have to live a better life. We wanna live life, have to live a better life. We wanna live life, have to live a better life. We wanna live life, have to live a better life.
You're not able to take care of baboon able. You're not able to bust the rata baboon able. Oh, so ja monkey calm down. Oh, monkey calm down, monkey calm down, oh, rock monkey calm down, monkey calm down to you, monkey gonna down to you, monkey, oh, so ja monkey calm down to you, monkey calm down to you, monkey calm down, Tio, Tio.
Monkey listen, you give it right, it can crack it. Powerful storm, monkey listen, you give it stick, it can break it. We do your long time ago that Mr. Monkey was very wicked. If we are here with your apple, then you know that love is wicked. Monkey see apple, they pick it, banana and plum, they take it. All the cuckoo food in a pocket, it when give it something lick it. Monkey drop it, it drop it, nana, only babu can stop it. Monkey drop it, it drop it, nana, only babu can stop it. It call all the African monkeys, all I want for them to rig it. Monkeys jump from tree to tree, hustle hustle. It ready gets it. Monkeys jump from tree to tree, hustle hustle. When it ready gets it. Two back when monkey we catch it. That one it will not be easy. How you read, my people? I say it wicked. How you read, my people? I say it
Monkey, you not able to take care of Babu Nebu. You not able to bust the rata Babu Nebu. Oh, soldier monkey calm down. Oh, monkey calm down. Soldier monkey calm down. Oh, monkey calm down.
All right, guys, please give us a second here. Again, my guest, Mike, we're trying to get the technical problem solved to back there to make sure that it will be a good and fascinating show coming your way this afternoon. We are very sorry for the technical problem which he is grappling with right now. Hopefully that will be settled. Yeah, but while we are waiting for him, let me share something with you here. All right, let me share something. I got this communication. It's not official, it's unofficial, right? With respect to the voter registration that is going on in SINOE County or in the Southeast. Right, I want to share some numbers with you. So far, how things are going is it's not official, right? So don't think that the NEC or NEC will give us the final tally from that place. So let me see. I want to just share some details here. You know, we can get the unofficial information before the official one can come up. Yeah, let me get to the document quickly. All right. So the let's see, numbers. I'm trying to get this number. No, it's the wrong one. This one. No, that's all right. Let me do a commercial. I'll be back. I want to find out documents to share with you while we're still killing time with for our guests to come on.
Love, you show me love. Love like love. If I show you love, you show me love. Love like love. If I show you love, you show me love. Love like love.
L'argent est fini, ma bébé, là où est fao. L'argent est fini, ma bébé, là où est fao. Quand on est là-bas, où est fao. Go, my baby, like who for? I let you power. I can never leave you on the highway.
All right, you are my baby. All right, so I just wanted to share these numbers with you. Yeah, by the way, again, Edith Poah is now the president-elect of the Grand Judges Association in the Americas. And we want to say congratulations again to Manneh Muin. I was just looking at, the electoral process, the voter registration that is going on across the country and in Liberia. Again, these numbers are not unofficial number, and so don't just take them wrong with them right now. NEC has the final numbers, and besides what I'm looking at, all the towns and the villages and everything, cities, so to speak, in Liberia or in SINOE County, they are not listed right now. but some of the places, the preliminary update from 17 of the 20 voters or registration centers across district number 1, SINOE County. So this is district number 1, okay? So we have more to come. And he said the Methodist, I think it's a school or what that, but it's just a Methodist, right? So over here, the registrar, 2,520 persons. 2,520 persons. From Sibe got 1,960. The registrar in Sibe, 1,960 persons. Montserrado, I think it's a school, Montserrado High School, they got 1,791. 1,791. We also have here for the next area in district number 1 at the registrar so far, because the recent numbers are coming from district number 1, that's the capital area, the capital city around the Greenville district. All right. Administration. So administrative building, I think the main is 2,211 votes from that at that precinct, if you want to put it that way. Lexington, 785 persons registered. Lexington, 785. Grisby Farm, they are reporting here 670 persons registered from Grisby Farm. Murrayville, they got 799 persons that registered. 799. Kabada got 1,168 persons that registered. These are tentative. These are not their own official numbers from the voter registration going on in SINOE County or across or in the southeast. Butter Compound, they got here 550 persons registered in Butter Compound. You got Palatrukin here, they get 777. Palatrukin. Okay, I don't know what that is, but sorry if I butchered that area. Palatrukin, 777 persons are registered. Blower Butter, they say here 1,686 persons registered in this precinct. Blower Butter. They got Tubmanville, they got 1,147 persons that registered. 1,147 persons that registered in Tubmanville. Bannan, I said Bannan got here 618 persons registered in Bannan. Wally or Panama, they got here 732 persons registered. 732 persons registered. They got Dejela or Namopo. The number of people that register 1,305 persons. 1,305. That's for Dejela or Namopo. They got Mawet Town or Mawet Butter. It's a Mawet/Butter, 405 persons. 405. And they got Plencikin or Tower. Plencikin or Tower, they got 403 persons that register. So they're saying they're reporting the total for the again, these numbers are coming from 17 of the 20 voters registration centers, from district number 1. That's district number 1. We are not going to district number 3, district number 2. No, this is just the numbers, preliminary numbers that we are recording from district number 1, SINOE County. So they say the total so far, 19,527 persons that have registered. 19,527 persons that register. Okay, so we'll see this one. It will be an impressive one. I think the prior, hopefully the official number will be more than this. It will be more people will register, because the prior election there was around 14,000, I think, the county-wide. So this one is coming up pretty good. Just from district number 1 alone, we got 19,527 persons that registered so far. And let's see, because we need more people to register, because we want to make sure that we make change in SINOE County. We want to make a major change in SINOE County. And the major change that we want to make in SINOE County is the replacement of Milton Teahjay. Milton Teahjay must be replaced because he has disgraced the people of SINOE County for 9 years. Prior to that, he also disgraced us as superintendent for 5 years. And then we tried him again as senator, which was a big and massive mistake, blunder on the part of the people of SINOE County. You cannot elect a man who failed as a superintendent and send him to the Senate, and that is why for 9 years we had nothing. Milton Teahjay will go to SINOE County, stand before the people at Manneh Muin Intellectual Forum, and Milton Teahjay will have the audacity to tell us all the bills that are sponsored, for the past 9 years or almost 9 years. One bill did not pass into law. One. Himself, he says those things. He will stand in front of people, and Senator Teahjay will tell us all the bills are sponsored. They are gathering dust on the shelf. Nothing passed into law. Okay, how do you measure the success of a lawmaker? By the man coming to you and telling you all the bills that are sponsored, they are gathering dust? I thought the success of a lawmaker, one of the ways the success is measured is per the instruments that the person sponsored, the bills that the person sponsored are passed into law. But not a single bill according to Senator Teahjay himself. And so now, it begs the question, why should we elect Milton Teahjay? Why? He sponsored a bill to confiscate the Sapo people land. It didn't go through. He sponsored another bill to make rape the law of the land. It did not go through. And I can go down the line. And you can see what I just said, right? The reason those bills did not pass into law is because they are not good. How can you pass a law to confiscate, to seize people's land? All right? And given the sensitivity, the emotions that are involved in land, you can't take people's land and they allow you to do so. He was successful doing so during Taylor time because they were in power. He was a spokesman. He and Taylor, they hijacked the country. And so Milton Teahjay and Taylor, at the time, he was successful to have created the Teahjay kingdom, But now, on a normal condition, normal circumstance, he cannot get anything done because he will meet resistance. Because under Taylor, when they do something and the people resist, they bring guns and start to shoot people, But this time around, it can work. So for 9 years, the loudmouth guy in the Liberian Senate, Senator Milton Teahjay of my county, who was declared guilty for corruption, told us that all the instruments that he sponsored, none of them passed into law. Because he said it is not his responsibility to lobby it. He can't lobby. No, it's not his. He said, it is not my job. He got another video. It is not my job responsibility to go lobby to pass my bill into law. No. And so that's why for 9 years, Milton Teahjay did nothing. While Mr. Zaza, his opponent, has multiple accomplishments. Okay? He has multiple accomplishments. A lot of them. And Milton Teahjay himself can validate what I'm talking about. I don't just come here to make allegations, to say fables to people. No, I don't give fables. I give facts. All right? Milton Teahjay himself can attest to some of the things that the successes of Mr. Zaza. And so I will call Mr. Teahjay to tell us what are some of the things, or one of the things that Mr. Zaza did. One of the important things that Mr. Zaza accomplished as lawmaker. What did he do? Let's listen to Senator Teahjay.
Representative from constituency number 3 in SINOE, Honorable Zaza. Before.
Let me see. Mr. Teahjay does not want my video to play, but I will still play it.
Representative from constituency number 3 in SINOE, Honorable Zaza. Before Zaza became a representative, there was no high school outside of Greenville. And through his work, we have a high school in Dwaza. Am I hearing those up? And I want to...
Mr. Teahjay himself is telling you, before Zaza became a lawmaker, there was no high school outside of Greenville, the capital city of SINOE County. The only place we had high school was in Greenville, all right? But before the ascension, the promotion of Mr. Zaza to the House of Representatives, there was no high school. And through his work, according to Milton Teahjay, we got the first high school outside the capital city in Dwaza, all right? So that's something that Mr. Teahjay gave us. So guys, you're welcome to the show. I have a special guest, but he's having some issues with his device. And so in the meantime, I want to tell the people of SINOE County, the election that is coming up, why it is crucial, why we must change Milton Teahjay. The man who has served as a superintendent, and he was declared guilty because of the massive and mind-blowing corruption that he carried on in SINOE County. And because of tribalism, the people ignore his corruption, his conviction. And then they're saying to the Senate, they say, maybe the man will change. You know, Liberian people will have the tendency, right? You kill my man, you kill my pa, I will vote for you. All right? So Milton Teahjay and Charles Taylor deliberately murdered 250,000 of the Liberian people were killed, were murdered, I should say. And the Liberian people say, okay, Milton Teahjay, you kill my pa, you kill my man, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf said, I will make you superintendent. And so Ellen Johnson Sirleaf gave him a position as superintendent. Remember, they were all part of the Taylor movement, right? Ellen supported the war. She said it in your book, the child will be great. She went to the TRC confession, and she made a confession, so to speak. All right? And so she wanted to reward Milton Teahjay and say, Milton Teahjay, I mean, you know, because you helped Charles Taylor to murder the Liberian people, so I will make you superintendent. She made her appointment. The Liberian people said, the people of SINOE County said, no, we don't want Milton Teahjay. Number one, Milton Teahjay helped Charles Taylor to murder us, so we don't want a man. Besides, Milton Teahjay loves confusion. We don't want him. The people protested. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf said, I am the Ayatollah. I'm a dictator. When I can sponsor Charles Taylor to can't kill the Liberian people, come on, I'm not listening to you guys. So she forced Milton Teahjay on the people of SINOE County. For nearly 6 years, Milton Teahjay, the people of SINOE County, their bank account, it was a playing ground for Milton Teahjay. Milton Teahjay will loot, and he will leave SINOE County. He will go to Monrovia. He will tell the people. When the people ask him, he goes on ERBC and say, how is SINOE? Oh, honey and gravy and everything is rolling sound. Everything is perfect. What that means is that when Teahjay says perfect, things are perfect for him. And not for the people, not for the children of SINOE County, whom he was fighting. Milton Teahjay will go and tell us on ERBC. For 3 semesters, our children were out of school. Milton Teahjay said we should not use the county development funds to give our children at the time at the University of Liberia, but then there was no free education. All right. So Milton said, no, we should not give the students free education. No, we should not pay defray their fees, because that's not what the country development is for, or development funds are for. No. Because he said, no, I will deprive them the county development funds, and I will use it to build my personal motel, which I call the prostitution center. The man built a personal motel, and then in order to get customers for the motel, Milton Teahjay sponsor a bill to make rape the law of the land. You see the connection? He built a motel for himself, and then he went with that bravado. He's a brave man, and say, oh, I want rape to be the law of the land. So we can carry our customer there and rape them, and then when they take us to court, we can pay, and then we are free. All right? That's the kind of thing Milton Teahjay has been doing. Let me see. Let me show you something. Let me stop. I like to do visual, right? I like to show you when I'm talking about something so you can see what I'm talking about. I don't like to tell lies like other people do, you know, and that's the why people don't like me inside of county, because I say the truth. So I told you that he sponsored a bill, right? It was carried by the newspaper right here. Teahjay wants rape law billable. All right. Teahjay wants a rape law billable. What that means is the current law on the book, as it is right now, when somebody rapes, the person cannot be bailed out. And Milton Teahjay said, no, that is not fair. The people got to be walking around in the community. So they can pay money and they walk around in the community. They are not dangerous. When you are rapist in the community, you are not a danger to society. You are a good person. So Milton Teahjay, so it's not fair to the people. They shouldn't be in jail. They should be in the community where they rape the children. They should be free. They did nothing wrong. Okay? He said this is the kind of danger that Milton Teahjay poses to our people. They killed our people, and they say on top of that, they should be raped, and the rapists should go with impunity. They should not be behind bars and wait for justice. No. Milton Teahjay said, no, you should walk around. What one would have thought Milton Teahjay would do, which the Constitution calls for, is speed the trial. So one would have expected Milton Teahjay to say, you know what, I will use my authority as a lawmaker for these people, for the provision in the Constitution that calls for speedy trial to be implemented. But Milton said, no, there should be no speedy trial. But we'll just free the people that are responsible for a bill, let the people walk around without justice. Whether they are guilty or not, they can go. All right? And that's the kind of man we have. All right? Milton Teahjay been in the Senate for 9 years. The report that came out, because they got the journalists that can report on the Capitol building, the performance of the lawmakers, right? So they did a performance report, Milton Teahjay. And you see, when you look at it from the top there, it says Senator Teahjay, J. Milton Teahjay, right? SINOE County. They put F. The man failed. Okay? F. F means fail. It means fail. So Milton Teahjay failed. He did nothing for us. He failed the people. And the people wrote that, if you read that passage, it says, from his election campaign to his time at the Senate, this lawmaker has always been involved with scandals about corruption and has built a stone wall between him and his colleagues by constantly forcing with them. This was not written by me. It was written by the legislative reporters. Okay? Forcing with them. I'll read that again. From his election campaign to his time at the Senate, this lawmaker has always been involved with scandals about corruption and has built a stone wall between him and his colleagues by constantly forcing with them. It was this very senator who was accused of collecting paybacks from nominated officials whenever they face he's committing. He is yet to restitute stolen money he was convicted for prior to his election at the Senate. This is what the reporters are saying about Milton Teahjay of Montserrado County, the man who says that he wants to be our senator again. And the people of Montserrado County, you are wise. You know, you can't fool all of the people all of the time. That's what Abraham Lincoln told us. Okay? And so it is time Teahjay fooled you and kill your mothers and fathers and children, him and Taylor. And you say, you kill my pa, you kill my ma, I will vote for you. That physical death, economically, the man still killed you. When you were superintendent, he ate your money. And the court says, Milton Teahjay declared guilty for corruption. This is the verdict from the court. Milton Teahjay or Teahjay guilty for corruption. That's what it said. These are not my words. These are reputable institutions in the country putting out information on Milton Teahjay. And this is what it said on the newspaper they reported. The verdict, I got the verdict too as well. Montserrado County Senator J. Milton Teahjay has been adjudged guilty for acts of corruption. You hear the word corruption, right? It's guilty for corruption. And ordered arrested if he fails to pay into government revenue a fine of $50,000 into government revenue by the judge of the 14th Judicial Circuit Court in Riverside County after being found guilty of misappropriation of the county's development funds, handing down the ruling Tuesday after months of legal battle between the former Montserrado County Superintendent and the Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission for his alleged. So they went on and on. All right. We have this guilty man. When this verdict was issued, I came on this very platform and I called on the citizens of Montserrado County. You, the people that Teahjay represents, I said then that you have the right to ask the man, since the Senate does not have ethics committee, to ask Teahjay to leave because the man is damaging their reputation. He stays there. What that means is the Senate is corrupt. It allows corrupt people to stay in there. Anthony Weiner of New York, one of the districts, he was just, he had this video, picture, he was half naked, he upper pie, he sent it to a girl in the United States here. And Anthony Weiner was forced by his colleague, the ethics committee, and he was forced to resign. The Liberian Senate, their colleague was declared guilty for corruption, and they said, that is fine. And I said, okay, since the Senate does not have the moral rectitude to ask the colleague, because they are all corrupt, I asked the people of Montserrado County, I said, this man represents you. Go and agitate for his removal. You should leave your office. The man has bastardized. He has corrupted your office. That is you. All right? The people say, that's how you put a noisemaker. And we saw that in Burkina Faso. When the people, they chased Blaise Compaoré out of power because he was not doing that which was right for them. And they told Blaise Compaoré, these things they are all across. In Tunisia, you saw Ben Ali was moved from power. He go to Egypt. Hassan, the president, was removed from power. These things are happening all around the world, all around the globe. But no, the people of Montserrado County, they say, you know what, we are tribal zealots. And so they got Milton Teahjay in the Senate up to now. But now, 2023, it's the time for you to remain in your poverty or to change your condition. It is totally up to you. It is absolutely up to you. If you want Milton Teahjay to be stealing power, to be stealing money, to be cussing people out and failing and sponsoring bill to make rape of the land and being declared guilty, and you say, oh, that's my hero, it's up to you. It's totally up to you. It does not, I mean, it affects me indirectly. And that is why I am doing my part. So that you will make the right decision for yourself and your children, their future. The man is depriving your children of their future. Let me play this video so you can listen to what the preacher said. What he said. Listen, let me play the video, quick video here.
What is the difference between the ordinary thief and a political thief? Number one, the ordinary thief steals your money, your bag, your watch, and your jewelry, isn't it? But the political thief steals your future, your career, your education, your health, and your political thief steals your future.
So you hear that. So there is a difference between, the preacher said, there's a difference between an ordinary thief or rogue and a political thief or rogue. That's a huge difference. So he says the ordinary thieves, the ordinary rogue, they steal, the rogue steals your bag, your watches, and those your jewelries and stuff like that, right? When you leave your door on closed, unlocked, they will go there and steal your stuff. That's the ordinary thief. But the political thief, they steal your future. They steal your children's future. That's what they do. Because they are not, Teahjay will fight and say, students we should not defray. We should not pay for the scholarship fees of the children. No, we shouldn't do it. So the man is damaging your children's future. Okay? That's a politician. He's destroying the future of the children. And time for campaign, when time is coming, getting closer, they say, you know what? I stole the money, I will declare guilty, I get enough money. I was saying, one person, he was bleeding, who is sucking up to me. I was saying, so you can go do a master's. And then campaign time, I was using it as a tool, as a campaign tool. And then you bleeding will graduate and you will post on Facebook. Thanks to the people of the governing commission that paid for my scholarship, not Milton Teahjay. Okay? Not Milton Teahjay. So, guys, at every point, and Teahjay himself is on tape and saying, you know what? We are going down. Teahjay is going down. He told you that in the conversation with his son, Sonny Boy Noah. Let's listen to Teahjay and Sonny Boy Noah. What is he saying?
I think this is the second time. Senator, the whole politics thing, or the whole county, is everyday business. Today, tomorrow, and before, we also need, yes. They think other people were making the who were supporting Mapudu yesterday, that he wanted Mapudu job. Therefore, you want Senator. If I tell you what the same person who encouraged some of all about Duncan Bennett when he wanted to be representative for this place. So now Duncan being senator or wanting to be senator, I think it should not be for some of us business. You see me when you call me a answer? Yes, yes. I don't know, man. Yeah, please. You know what I don't want? No. I don't want Milton Teahjay or President Duncan to destroy you while we are going down. Exactly. And some of them, we're all the way unfortunately a very smart kind of girl, the other people. I cannot believe that you would then destroy yourself like that in the twinkling of an eye. And something about the law, with all the political analysis we can do for myself, that you are now going to damage you permanently in South African politics. Somebody who got no political backyard, if the one you get behind to fight the full of the country, how much you think you're going to go with that? And you think you can cajole me to believe in what you're saying to free you off? You are stuck to say permanently to the boss. Sorry, bro. The way I will treat people talking in South Africa, how you were feeling like a council. While sitting with him, you said you're still taking that man. And the father you're doing, you don't got the African donkey to fight me. So that when the capital
so you hear the man. All right? We are going down. Sonny Boy, I don't want Cretan Donkey and myself to destroy you while we are going down. All right? He says that. He said, if you continue with that audio, he talks on the bar and Cretan Donkey in the slaughter hall. because that's what Teahjay knows. That's what he learned on Antella, the slaughter people. So you took yourself to the slaughter hall. When you go against me, that's slaughtering. You are slaughtering yourself. I will kill you literally. That's what Milton Teahjay can be saying. All right. And he brought Milton. He said, "Quit on donkey. It's a failure." The man he brought something about Noah said, "Oh, they're saying, quit on donkey you brought." He said, "We should move Mabutu, and you should replace Mabutu." And the other person, Kamo, and yeah, quit on donkey should replace Kamo, and I agree with you, and those things. Okay. So now, quit on donkey and Milton Teahjay, they are fighting right now. While they are fighting, Teahjay will say, "Your vote for Zaza."
I don't want to vote for me, vote for Dada. And he has made it clear that whoever doesn't want to vote for me, they should vote for me. In this campaign is the council that is inside the politics. And that council is Mr. Clayton Donkey. And we are determined to keep Mr. Donkey elected, that he will never forget, and elected that office is very fun. It should be proclaimed in our country. For anybody who is
Yeah, these things the man saying. They want to the cancer in SINOE County is the man he brought, Clayton Donkey. All right. So you can see consistently Teahjay is telling you all the wrong things he did. In the Senate, let me not jump. At the House of Representatives, he declared guilty. He was declared guilty. In the Senate, no bill to his credit. All the bill and die according to him. Okay. So I am confident that the people of SINOE County, they will free themselves. Because I love the quote from Dr. Fambule. The African people are their own liberators. The African people are their own liberators. What that means is you will free yourself. You will not have somebody coming from outside to come and free you. So the African people, the Liberian people, the SINOE people, the Gedeh people, the Montserrado people, the Bapolu people, the Lofa people, you are your own liberators. If you depend on a Milton Teahjay, the people of SINOE County, to liberate you, you are standing on broken stick because he has no desire to free you. And that is why since he got in politics, from Charles Taylor time up to this point, nothing decent you can reference about Milton Teahjay. All right? Nothing decent. Everything is negative. 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 He is going around and preaching tribalism and celebrating the death of the other man he brought, Nambweslaw. He said, "Oh, God killed Nambweslaw." He is just celebrating everything. He is the problem. Everything that wrong with SINOE County is Milton Teahjay. Listen to him here, praising your God.
When Nambweslaw, God has already fought the battle for the SINOE people. When Nambweslaw, God has already fought the battle for the SINOE people.
For Nambweslaw, his God has already fought the battle for him and killed the man. It's Milton Teahjay telling you those things. So I want to see when Milton Teahjay, God killed Nambweslaw, whom he brought to the people. He brought Clayton Donkey to the people, and now he took Clayton Donkey to the slaughter hall. Why would anybody think Milton Teahjay means well for you? It is, again, it's absolutely up to you to elect corrupt, good for nothing Milton Teahjay. It's up to you. The man who was fighting 24/7. Listen to him.
Zaza will not go and bring bogus instruments here until you can choke them down in the throats of people.
He is fighting to usurp the single people land in SINOE. He is everywhere just fighting. He is all over. The man, Milton Teahjay, is all over the place. He is fighting like a decapitated chicken, like a beheaded chicken. He fighting every front, and he can't succeed. You call a district bogus, and after calling it a bogus district, he turns around. What that let me say, he turns around He sponsored a bill to amend a Boca district. When something is bogus, it's fake. It's not real. It's not genuine. It's not authentic. Milton telling me he made a noise when the officials of the Seekon district, they went through. Milton just said no. A draft bill seeking to amend the act creating the Seekon statutory district, SINOE County, Republic of Liberia. See, the man is a living contradiction. He is not trustworthy. Anybody who trusts Milton Teahjay, you don't mean well for yourself. You don't mean well for your children. You don't mean well for your fathers and mothers in SINOE that need salvation. And so every well-meaning person, anybody who loves SINOE will not, unless you are intoxicated or you are psychologically impaired, that's the only way you will support Milton Teahjay. You know, tribalism sometimes it obscures the thinking of a rational man or woman. I'm talking about negative tribalism, all right? Because Milton Teahjay is a negative tribalist. And that's what he has been on it for the past years, since that man got in politics on a child stealer. After he was rewarded by murdering the Liberian people, he was a spokesperson. Taylor said, my buddy, you come, you be my spokesperson. And Teahjay will be on BBC. Milton, look, anybody who calls Taylor a murderer, you're a liar. That's not true. The man lost me. He didn't kill me. So he lost me. He killed the other 250,000. I'm here to defend him. And so Taylor killed to the point where he went to Sierra Leone. And the people of Sierra Leone, they believe in law. They say, no, that's criminal. Would that be, be around? He killed our people. He took our diamond. He took our gold. We can't allow that man. So they brought him to justice. Saying the likes of Teahjay were defending him in Liberia. So the people said, no, we got to take this man to justice. And Milton Teahjay is now, not Milton Teahjay, but Taylor is in jail for 50 years. Him and his son, the two people that Milton Teahjay were defending, Chucky Taylor is in jail for 97 years. You can be a citizen of the United States, the land of justice, and you go kill people in your other country, you can't hire yourself, they'll go for you. And so the people of SINOE County, my fellow citizens, I hate no one, but I think the right thing must be done for you. You send people in the Capitol building, you send them, you give them power so that they can improve your living condition. And not to improve your own lot, not to seek their own interests. You cannot have your young children over there. They are walking around, no security. And your lawmaker will be sponsoring a bill to rape the law of the land. That means your children are far more vulnerable to sexual predators. All right? Going after people's land. Everything that I say, I show you the evidence. You gave me, he made me a superintendent. When he left negative $27,178.27 in your account. Negative. What that means is the money that you owe the bank that we, the people of SINOE County, we have to pay. And that's what we pay. That's what this man did to us. That's our account here. Don't forget this thing when you are going to the ballot bags. Think about yourself and not about Milton Teahjay. That man almost 70 years and he has done nothing to improve your condition. It is up to you again. You must free yourself or you must remain in your economic suppression. It's up to you. I'm just giving you this information. You can either spray or you keep them, you don't share it so that other people can be educated. This is the GAC report when he was the superintendent of SINOE County. And the people, Milton Teahjay gave their own evidence and all those different things. And the people gave the report. When you read the report, you will feel bad for yourselves. If you don't feel bad for yourself, I don't know what kind of human being you are. So when you read this, the SINOE County administration and PMC received the total amount of $5 million United States dollars. Now, what they put over the army radio? $5 million. During the fiscal year 2021 and 2012, 2011 and 2012, and 2012 and 2013, from the government of Liberia as county and social development funds. The amount received, or the amount noted, I think I can see that clearly. A funding, it included a funding of $200,000 for the government of Liberia as CDF during the 2011 and 2012 fiscal year, and US $300,000 as SINOE Social Development Fund, FDF, for Nokal and Putu Iron Ore Mining Company, both of whom provided 50% each to facilitate social and economic development in SINOE County. The bank balance brought forward from 2010 and 2011 amounted to 46,000 or 46 billion. Let me carry up. 46 billion 381,060 dollars, right? We're talking about serious money here. All right. Confirmation received from the Ministry of Finance, MOF, on November 4th, 2013, indicated that the amount of 575,000, also I say million, was disbursed to Milton Teahjay administration as CDF, County Development Fund, and SDS, Social Development Fund, during the month of September 2013, after the end of the fiscal year 2012 and 2013. According to the Ministry of Finance, said amount was intended for the fiscal year 2012-2013, with the total amounting to $1,075,000 for both social and county development funds for the fiscal years or fiscal periods 2011 and 2012 and 2012-2013. This created a difference. It created a difference. That means that I'm going to tell you it created a difference. All right, what is the difference? Let me see. A difference of 575,000. A difference of 575,000 between the SINOE County report. Who get a report? Milton Teahjay. The SINOE County report and confirmation received from the Minister of Finance. All right. So it's a huge contradiction. The document Teahjay gave and the report from the people that are sending money to Teahjay, a difference of 575,000 United States dollars. What the money? Asked Milton Teahjay. And that's the main people are calling honorable. All right, maybe the honorable of corruption or stealing from the people or killing the people. No, but we don't use that word like that. The report went on, however, analysis of the CDF, the County Development Fund, and Social Development Fund, SDF, bank statements show that the difference of 575,000 was actually received by the county administration during the month of September 2013 after the close of the fiscal year 2012 and 2013. It goes on to say, for the periods under audit, financial activities and the conduct of the affairs of SINOE County CDF and SDF were marred That's a key word there. Marred. It was corrupted. It was contaminated. It was smeared. It was marred by financial irregularities. And the first way of saying the man stole, the man ate the money. All right. It was marred by financial irregularities and significant control deficiencies. Okay. Significant control deficiencies for a number of projects undertaken by the county administration and the PMC. All right. These irregularities and control deficiencies were made possible because the SINOE County administration and the PMC did not execute. They did not execute. They did not do it what they were supposed to do. They did not execute the SDF and SDF consistent, all right, with the contractual terms. They didn't go by the laws, the rules, the everything that were put in place. They did their own thing, in other words, all right. The contractual terms and conditions. The PPC Act, that allow PPC Act, the procurement, procession, concession, whatever they call it, all right? The Act of 2005 and 2010. The budget laws, that all the laws in the quoting that Teahjay violated, the budget laws of 2011 and 2012 and 2012 and 2013, the PMC, the PFM, all right? A regulation as well as all regulatory frameworks. Teahjay broke everything. Then he said, during the periods on audit, we observed that the SINOE County Development Council, SCDC, approved 74 projects, all right, programs and other activities at a total cost of $2,646,870 through 2 separate resolutions for the period under audit. But the SINOE County administration under Milton Teahjay undertook 12 projects out of 72 projects. All right? Out of 72 projects. Out of 74, sorry. Undertook 12 projects out of the 74 projects approved by the SCDC, the SINOE County Development Council, right? They approved 74 projects. They gave him the money, everything. The auditor said from physical. No, they did not say somebody told us. No, they did not say we read it on CNN or something. No, they did not say, we read some kind of report somewhere or that rumor. No, they said from physical verification. That means it means that they went there, they saw it for themselves, they touch it with their hands, they put their hair on it, they put their ear on it, they lie down on it, they did everything. Physical verification of these 12 assumed projects. A review of documents provided for the audit. The document that Teahjay gave them, all right, for the audit. It was observed that 6 projects were abandoned. They left them. All right? They abandoned the project. That tell you 2 were ongoing, 3 were completed, and 1 was inaccessible. Therefore, could not be verified due to bad road condition. You remember they also gave Teahjay money to rehabilitate the roads in SINOE. The man ate the money. He bought a machine. By the time the machine got in the country, it broke down. It can't work. Up to now, it's still packed. All right? He bought a decrepit machine. All right? That's what they say. So out of 74 projects, they say Teahjay want to complete 3 projects. So by my math, if I know math, 74 minus how many projects? 3. So Teahjay did not complete 71 projects. All right? 71 projects were abandoned. Where is the money? All right? And that's what Teahjay was declared guilty. And that's what they took him to court. And he was declared guilty. This same monster is coming to you and asking for your votes. It is totally up to you. Where Teahjay, the Teahjay kingdom that he established under his body, child status, Montserrado say, you know what, man, I will give you a little thing, you know. Any land you want to take inside, just let me know. I will put you in the Liberian Congress. If the guys don't listen to me, we'll carry guns there and intimidate them. Right? Just tell me any land that you want to create your kingdom, your statutory district, or electoral district, just let me know what you want to do. So Teahjay say, I want to have, Teahjay statutory district. That's what I want. Teahjay say, well done. So he went and took people lands in SINOE County and created what we call the statutory district of Teahjay. Right? He created that. Now, the very people whose interest you are seeking for which he created a district, the people were on, they got jobs through the help of Mr. Zaza and others. Teahjay said, you know what? These people that Zaza didn't get jobs, they are not supporting me. And so I must replace them because Teahjay is my kingdom. So Teahjay wrote a letter, July 18, 2019. All right? Through the office of the superintendent, Manneh Muin, because that Teahjay want for him. So whatever he says, that what goes. So he called Manneh Muin and said, immediately send a letter to the Minister Montserrado Johnson, tell the Minister of Internal Affairs, so we can take the people from payroll. All right? They did nothing wrong. The people are doing their jobs. Teahjay said, once they are not for me, I can get, they can't be on payroll. No. I want to take them from there. So the man wrote into Manneh Muin and said, so Manneh Muin wrote a letter under duress, under pressure. We extend our compliments and wish to forward for your kind, that is considered kind, right? You're taking food from people's mouth, you're taking their source of income. So Teahjay and Manneh Muin said, it's kind to take food from people, to make people unemployed, a country already where there are no jobs. So we extend, I want to use that word, that pronoun, we, right? That Teahjay and Manneh Muin writing the communication. I want to say we extend our compliments and wish to forward for your kind consideration the attached list of 46 citizens of SINOE, of Teahjay, 46 civil servants from the district that are needed to be replaced. That Teahjay talking about, Teahjay and Manneh Muin, they say we. As you would note, the attached contains both those to be replaced along with the names of individuals that are to replace them. Okay? Let's read it. Maybe they will tell the crime they committed for which Teahjay want to replace them. Right? Let's look at that. Let's see. Maybe Teahjay will tell. Teahjay and Manneh Muin, they will tell us. It is my ardent, it's my fervent, it's my lovely desire. I love this. It is my fervent hope that you will kindly grant. No, Teahjay don't say kindly. So evilly, let's say diabolically, viciously, cold-heartedly. I mean, you can put all the words together, you know, Machiavellianly. I mean, whether the other word is up to you. You see, it is my ardent hope that you will kindly grant this request, which is necessary. Teahjay say it is necessary. It is not unnecessary. This is unnecessary, but he said it is necessary for the smooth and effective running of my district. All right? The man owning it. It is that mine is called possessive pronoun, right? My district. When you hear the other audio, Teahjay say, my county, my district, so anybody know that I play a Christian donkey is training you so he can come when he leaves, so he can take over my county, my district. So Teahjay say, for the smooth and effective running of my district. He did not tell us the crimes those people committed, whether they did their jobs, or Teahjay does not care. Because he wants his supporters to go there. When they get paid, he cuts their salary. He gives them the peanut change. That's what he wants to do. That's what he has been doing. So he said, kind regards. Sincerely yours, Manneh Muin. It's about to say Manneh Muin and Milton Teahjay. Because Manneh Muin alone cannot be we. All right? Now one person cannot be we. All right? So it will be us. or Annie Pobla and Milton Teahjay. That would be the correct, I mean, they will be grammatically will be coherent, you know, it makes sense. Well, as it is now, you can say Annie Pobla and say from the beginning, you say we. All right. So this is what we are having inside the county. This is the chaos that we want to get rid of. They made that people are supposed to get jobs. And he is the co-chairman on the committee to give his people jobs in SINOE. His people, the people that he represents in the Liberian Senate. And Milton Teahjay said, you know what? I'm not going to sign for the people to get jobs. No, I will not sign for the people to get jobs. No. They shouldn't get jobs. The same way he's taking people from 46% for employment in Teahjay, he is turning it to order. So he went to the Seekon statutory district and said, you know what? The people should not get jobs. I will not sign for them. So you see your name over there, Senator J. Milton Teahjay, co-chairman. He refused to sign for people to get jobs. I am telling you why you should not re-elect Milton Teahjay. You gave him the opportunity to improve the condition, and at every point he was fighting you. You the people that gave him the job, including the people of Teahjay. He fighting them. So the man is fighting on every front. And then you bleeding will tell you and say, this man means, he does not mean well for you. What have Teahjay offered to the people of SINOE? That he bleeding, the man Teahjay is running campaign, he says he's sent to Rwanda to get a degree. And after graduating, you bleeding say, no, governing commission sent me there, now Milton Teahjay. This is what you bleeding is saying. What have Teahjay offered to the people of SINOE in 5 years when you were superintendent? Under his leadership, what? What are his legacies? And I can tell you, you bleeding, corruption, taking people from payroll, refusing to sign, fighting direct the law, and all those things. That's what he's been doing. Now the legacy of the man. What are his legacy and benchmarks that can be seen? There's a lot there all over the place. Corruption all over the place. He was declared guilty. That's the legacy of Milton Teahjay. Does he have the leadership ability to lead or an ability to engage into insults, fight, tribalism, sectionalism, gangsterism, authoritarianism, or what can you say as his supporters? Now why you believe it telling you? It is not me. It's the man that Teahjay going around and saying to Rwanda to get education. Now what the man saying about Milton Teahjay. So at every point, nobody's supporting this man. But those that can see, these are the charges. The court, they put on the criminal for which you were declared guilty. You see the title there? Before His Honor, Samuel G. Van Smith, resident court judge, presiding. All right? The reference, Republic of Liberia, by and through the LACC, Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission. All right? Versus Mr. J. Milton Teahjay, former superintendent for SINOE County, and Mr. Madonna Williams, former development superintendent for SINOE County. Defendants. All right? And so, yeah, the crimes. The Republic of Liberia, through the LACC, they put on Milton Teahjay. The crimes. Economic sabotage. Criminal conspiracy. Criminal facilitation. Misapplication of entrusted property. And violation of PPCC procedures and processes. These are the things. This is the man. This is the criminal for you. These are crimes. It's not civil. It's a criminal offense of criminal violation. And he was declared guilty. Okay? He was declared guilty. The court verdict is also here. Here's the verdict from the court. This court is strong and convinced that an act that contravened the law. So the man, they say Judge Jiba, So you can see everything that the Poah 50,000, he hasn't paid the money up to now. It is sealed. You see the judge's signature over there, everything. All right, everything. So I'm not just talking because I don't like Milton Teahjay. I can love a man who is in high broad daylight and stealing people's cars. Patricia Flomo car up to now. This gangster has not given the woman car back to her. No. Patricia Flomo, as we speak, is crying for her car because Milton Teahjay abused power. Law Atton said power tends to corrupt, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. All right? Corrupt people, they can corrupt power. Milton Teahjay is corrupt, and you give him power, so he is corrupting power. Stolen your woman's car. You can see it right now. Okay? So I can go on and on. I can go on and on. So you see the three persons. The best man is Representative Zaza. He's the best for district number 3. Milton Teahjay, I just gave you a summary. When I gave you his whole resume, it will be all day. I will be here all day. And I don't want to be here all day giving you, I'm making you sad or sadder and sadder. Because the man's history is sad. It's not progressive. It's not in the interest of the people. All right? See the man? Watching from Toba Town. Benju. Lower Virginia. Okay. All right. My man Donald Richard laughing. Watching from Police Academy. Thank you. So you can see how the man has damaged our county. And when I say about county, I mean the people and the resources. The man pillage our bank account and just damage everything. Okay. So we are asking you to do the right thing. For the Liberian Senate, Representative Zaza is your choice because Milton Teahjay himself campaigning for him. I can show you this is his Mr. Zaza's hand mark in the county. There was no telecommunication service for the people, for a district when you got there. If you don't Teahjay now in power at the time. It took a Zaza to give a telecommunication service to our people. I'm talking about this man right here. He's a good man. He's a very good man. And that's the man we need inside the county. All right? It was him that exposed the corruption of Teahjay, for which he was declared guilty. So Zaza is credible. All right? Had Teahjay been like John Ritter and say, oh, Zaza allowed a man. No. But he was declared guilty. And all the candidates in the race, not just Teahjay. All the people that don't like Teahjay, they are supporting, they are saying, oh, he should be the lawmaker for SINOE County. You know, they're giving you an accomplishment. Kolo does not want to see the ground. Zaza walks on. He's saying,
or what has he done that you need to add upon?
Like I said, where he stopped to pick up from there.
Yeah, what are some of the things you feel that you could add upon?
Evidence, right? There are a lot of things that he did.
You care to name some?
Well, first of all, it was Honorable Zaza that elevated the school after my school, because my school is the first high school ever. Then he came here, he elevated the Johnson Central High to a senior high, and he also have a school built in Dubai and some other.
The man telling you, Kolo is not a proponent of Zaza. He's an ally of Teahjay. And they are all telling you what Zaza did. Zaza built schools. He's the co-sponsor of the bill that gave us the SINOE County Community College. They put out a few students, the first batch of students the other time were associate degrees. Okay? So Zaza has something to show. Teahjay himself campaigning for him.
I don't want to vote for me, vote for Zaza. And he has made it clear that whoever doesn't want to vote for me, they should vote for me. In this campaign is the council that is in Southern politics. And that council is Mr. Peter Donkey. And we are determined to teach Mr. Donkey a lesson that he will never forget, and a lesson that others will learn from. It should be proclaimed in our country for anybody who is known for lying on people, for deceiving people,
campaigning for Zaza. The title of our campaign, Vote Zaza and Me. You see the order? He said, vote Zaza, right? And he made it say last. So vote, he telling you, vote for Zaza, in other words. That's why he telling you. Because basically he's the campaign manager of Zaza. Vote Zaza and Me. And he said the cancer in SINOE is Clayton Duncan. He brought Clayton Duncan to the people. He brought Nangwesla to the people. And he said God killed Nangwesla. All right? So at every point, listen to him what he's saying about himself. After telling you, vote for Zaza, what is he telling you?
So you remember, we are now where we are today because of love. We suffer to come this place. We work hard to come this place. No jail in the Republic of Liberia I've never gone to. I've been to almost every jail you can imagine. Starting from police cells. The only reason they don't read their yada was because Dr. Amos Sawyer, as interim president of our country, he abandoned, he discarded by the yada. But I've been to Central Prison, I've been to Post Stockade, I've been to every police cell.
So you can hear the man telling you his whole resume. He has gone to jail, all the jail police cell for doing the wrong things, for stealing Patricia from a car and those different things. He been to different police cells across the country. The only place he did not go to Bella Yara because Amos Sawyer closed the place down. All right? That's why he did not go there. But he has been to all the jails. That if you listen to what he says about himself, from being a superintendent up to the Liberian Senate, you don't get nothing from Milton Teahjay. This is why he say, listen why he calling himself.
This man you send to the Senate, you send a giant, you send a leopard, you send an elephant, but I'm not sure. This man you send to the Senate, you send a giant, you send a leopard.
All right? So you did not send a man to the Senate who has sense in your head, who has ideas, who loves the people. The man said you send a giant, you send a leopard, and you send an elephant. Look at all things, the man. So you send the wrong animal to the Capitol building. The giant is somebody who fights, okay? A giant fights and giant knocks people out. That's what a giant does. A giant is not a lawmaker. And what SINOE County is suffering right now. You send a giant in the Capitol building. And that's what you are suffering right now. That is what you are suffering in SINOE County. You send an elephant. An elephant belongs in a zoo. It does not belong in the Capitol building. So you send a lion. All right? You send a giant in the Capitol building to fight. Watch this. That's why you have all the issues. And the giant you send. Video kind of low delaying. I want to play this video so you can see why he called it said giant. The device is having trouble. Okay. So it having issues here. But I just wanted to play that video so you can hear why he calls himself giant. The man is a fighter. Like literally fighting. That's why he is. So the what SINOE County all these years, Milton Teahjay has not produced anything for you. He has not produced anything in fighting. It's a giant. Let me see what I will play again. I don't know. All right, still not. Okay. So that's it. I wanted to play the video, but it's not playing. So you send an elephant, you send a giant, and you send a lion. And that's why the man is chasing everybody right now, because a lion is not your friend. You don't put a lion in the Capitol building, it will eat people. So you find a lion taking people's cars, you know, the elephant breaking everything in the Capitol building and chasing Dara DeLong, you know, and those things. That's what the elephant does. Yeah, killing people. It's President Red Bill, you know, to make rape. That's what those animals, they don't get sense. So they do, they steal people's cars. Now what a giant will go and take your thing because he calls himself gangster as well. So it's a gangster giant. He's a strong man, so he can go and take your car anytime and take your property from you. So you got the wrong man in the Capitol. I don't have to explain these things to you. I have said enough, and it is up to you to support Milton Teahjay or you free yourself. It's up to you. And you listen to the other opponent, Milton Teahjay's son he carried there. They asking you a simple question. Let's see what I will play.
Well, what's your source of income? You get all that money from building lots of projects and giving people low market women and paying the students' tuition. Why you get all the money from? Because that can be from the legislature.
So, we are men. The legislatures don't make us. We make the legislations.
Okay.
So the legislature is a place that requires men to come in and be able to assist the government in areas in which government can.
All right. Now the man asking you a simple question, ABC question. Sir, where are you taking the money from to build all these things that you say you are building? Where are you getting the money from? The man say, I'm a man. Being a male, having a genitalia does not give you money. Where are you getting the money from? That's a question the man asked. Question Donkey say, you know what? I'm a man. So it's up to you. Question Donkey also told you that, he bringing your children to America. He had a wash child, all those things, the children graduating. Up to now, campaign is here. You say you're going to bring them before the election. Up to now, you don't see anybody getting visa, right? So it is up to you. People are saying, if you want to put Question Donkey there, that's your choice. If you want to put Milton Teahjay there, it is up to you. But I don't think you want to do that to your children. You don't want to destroy your children's future. No, you don't want to do that. You want your children to be lawmakers too. You want them to be president. You want them to be engineers. So you need somebody who will cater to their future, and which is Zaza. Zaza is the best man. Question Donkey just got there and building all these different structures for himself. Different things, building for himself. So you got the wrong people over there. If you listen, all of them, they are saying good things about Zaza.
12, 13, 14. I was the chief of office staff in the office of Honorable Representative Matthew G. Zaza. And my function was to serve as a personal liaison.
Hearing Othello Kojo is also a supporter of Zaza, but he says Zaza empowered him by sending him to learn how to work on the budget. All right, that's empowerment. So everybody, they are saying good things about Zaza, not a negative thing. Yeah, Milton Teahjay, let's see the line a little bit.
You don't put the on the floor before.
You get here, you got washing your hair.
Yeah,
I just told you.
Yeah, I got it. I got washing my ear for the very reason. For the very reason.
People respectfully asking you.
Are they passing the law?
Of course.
Where? What your problem? I'm only here for a phone that make one decision so that you are here, you're putting me
to Milton Teahjay for you. The man, that's why the man just gave me a profile to you. The man you sent to the Senate, you send a giant, you send an elephant, you send tiger, whatever animal you call it, right? So that's what a giant does. A giant fights. So you see the man, Darius DeLong, they put the man outside that day. You know what that means? You send somebody to the Senate to represent your interests, and they put the man outside for disturbing. What that means is Montserrado County interest was not represented that day. All the counties, the other counties, the leaders were there advocating for them, and nobody was there representing you. All right, and this is why one of the reasons why the ejection of Milton Teahjay from the Senate is a must. It is a must. It is a must that you place the man. The man has contaminated our children in the county. They are not thinking right. All right? Yeah, preaching tribalism.
Destroy the unity of the group. It's a fight to break you down and reduce you to zero.
That all he can say, he has nothing to offer.
Destroy the unity of the group. It's a fight to break you down and reduce you to zero.
The 4-7.
Destroy the unity of the group. It's a fight to break you down and reduce you to zero.
That's what we call appeal to fear in philosophy, right? It's just a basic fallacy. Oh, they come and call your hair. They come and call your ear. They come and break you to nothing. All right? He has nothing to sell to you. Ask him, Milton Teahjay, what have you done? Those of you that live in a village, the man will come name all the things and say, $1 red, what have you done? He has done nothing. But big mouth and put fear in the few people. What he learned from Charleston, or the intimidate people. Now what they do? Put people apart. the tribal rhetoric. All right. Oh, group people, they're coming for you. No, you have been on the people's necks for years. From superintendent up to the Senate, you have been stepping on the people's neck. They can't breathe. So you are the one that killing us. And so we have to, again, I will repeat an axiom. Dr. Fambule, the African people are their own liberators. You must free yourself. You are your own freedom fighter. If you wait for a gangster, the man who calls himself a gangster, to free you, like brother man said, you are standing on broken stick. You must do something deliberately to free yourself from the tentacles of this lion, from the claws of this tiger, from the fists of this giant. He is coming here just there to pull you apart, to devour you, to kill your children, economically or otherwise. That's what Milton Teahjay is in the Senate for. And he's coming back to you. He will say, hey, go to our people in the jungle. I am building Bakube and Milton Teahjay Highway. Even though when you are superintendent, they gain the machine, they gain the money to build the roads and all those things. He bought the old machine. They carry to SINOE County, it can't work. He left the superintendent, said now, he's a senator. I come and build Milton Teahjay and Bakube Highway up to now. We can see the highway in SINOE. He will go and say, BRBC, honey and gravy flowing in SINOE County. I created honey and gravy. The man just cold-hearted. He doesn't care. Yes, he doesn't care. That's what a man is for. And somebody would so guys, it's just a little bit. The virus that the man said, he carried Numbers law, and he said, go kill it.
For Numbers law, God has already fought the battle for the SINOE people.
Fought the battle and killed Numbers law. And the next man, his son here,
disturb the peace of our people. He behaves as if to say SINOE County is his. And he's of no relevance. Gone are those days where you just talk big mouth and people follow. Now, politics in the country changing. Nothing he does for our people, nothing at all for the past 8 years. Nothing. Even when he was 5 years of being superintendent, nothing. They're big mouth and speaking crew.
Yeah, now the man he carried, Creton Duncan. Creton Duncan is telling you, the man does nothing for our people. The man has no relevance. That's what Creton Duncan said. The man he carried that to you. The two of them, they are fighting each other. Why should you trust either of them? Why people of SINOE County? Why Milton Teahjay brought Creton Duncan? And he said Creton Duncan is the cancer in our county. And Creton Duncan is telling you, Milton Teahjay, for all the years he was serving, he did nothing. Why should you choose any of them? They are telling you they are not trustworthy. They are fighting each other. And two of them, they are telling you Zaza is the right person. So I don't need to explain everything that I'm saying. I gave you indubitable evidence, something that you cannot doubt, indisputable, incontrovertible. I gave you every evidence to free yourself. If you don't want to, hey, you know what Harriet Tubman said? He said, if I had the power, I would free more slaves. But some of them, they don't want to go. They want to remain in slavery. Those that she even free, you know what she did? She had a shotgun. When you say something, I will shoot you. Because some people just want to stay in slavery. She freed some people. She said, well, I have my... All right? If I have a power, my own power, I will free more people. But hey, some of them, they want to be slaves. Aristotle even said that. You know, Aristotle, when you read Republic, right? I mean, now Plato, actually, you read the Republic, the end of what you call the Republic, they got how, because the ideal society, you were building the society, how do we live in a community? So the what they call division of labor. So you got the silver, the bronze, and it's associated with your startup. You got the philosopher kings, you got the guardians, and you got the regular people, right? So the philosopher kings, according to Plato, are those that were just trained. They will train you for 40 years just to lead. All right. You are not to have children of your own. When you get children, because they have the women, they are just breeders. You know, they go there because they don't want you to have your family, because when you have family, you'll be catering to them. So Plato said, no, you should not have when you have a child, you should not know your own child. Once that they got a woman, everybody, you know, everybody will have sex with the woman. You don't know who child is it. So when the child is born, they take that child somewhere to train the child for the role they will play in the society. All right. So the philosopher king, he's not supposed to own property. He's not supposed to know his own family. His job is exclusively to lead and not to amass wealth, while the guardians are there to provide security and those things. So the point I'm making here is Milton Teahjay is one of those guys who he is not a philosopher king. In other words, he is not a philosopher king. He is not there to lead you. He is there to exploit you. That's what he is there for. He's the raw man. He's the raw man. The Cretan donkey and the Milton Teahjay, they are wrong people. They are there to amass wealth. They are there to accumulate resources. It's not for you. And so, people, I have said enough. The show is coming to an end. If you want to dispute anything, just say, oh, send me the link, or you call the number on the screen. Let me put a number there. You call. So that if you have, everything I say, if you disagree with me, I'm fine, but give your counter argument. What's the better argument you have for the people of SINOE County? Who is the better choice? Can you put a Zaza and a Milton Teahjay together, or is Zaza and Cretan donkey? The guys contaminated our children. So all the children think about right now is not nobility, it's not doing the right thing. It's about when you get to power, how to build your own horses. All right. So say, for example, this brother, Sonny Boy Noah, he was tutored, he was nurtured by Cretan donkey. All right. He was nurtured by Cretan donkey or Teahjay. All right. So his philosophy is just like Milton Teahjay and Cretan donkey that are building houses for himself. Sonny Boy Noah to and say, you know what? My mentors are Teahjay and Cretan donkey. They don't want to mentor me. So I'll build my own houses too. One. He pulled it down. He knocked that one down first. And he said, no, that is not enough. Boom. He knocked that one down. Sonny Boy said, no, this is not enough. Boom. He put the other one down. No, that is not enough. Boom. He put this one down. No, that is not enough. I want more. Sonny Boy. Boom. He put it down. He wants more. He wants more. He said, this is not enough. Boom. He put it one down. Sonny Boy said, no, this is not enough. I want more. So you can see that these guys, they have contaminated our children. So any of our children that want to go to power right now is about getting wealth for themselves, getting resources, getting houses for themselves. How can you come from here as a kid with an eater and you get no time, you get houses in all line up? So for your district, this guy is the wrong guy. This guy right here is the wrong guy for you. This is the best person for you. Yes, it's the best one. For district number 3, Klarwlue is the best person. You know why? Because she got money. And she not say, you know what? I will just be catering to myself and use my money. I'll sit in America and just enjoy myself. No. She said, no, I will take my wealth to Liberia and help the children that Sonny Boy Noah does not want to help, and he's building houses for himself. So she got their own scholarship. Especially the women. Because Sonny Boy Noah said, you know what? We're not coming breastfeed any woman here. We're not here to cater to any woman here. No. The people of SINOE County, they don't want a woman. Okay? So Klarwlue, okay, since Sonny Boy Noah does not want a woman, I will come then and cater to them and cater to the men as well. All right? So Klarwlue Foley is the right person for district number 3. I have told you, I have not told you any lie since I started the show several years ago. I'll tell you who is best for you and who is bad for you. Because I don't do this on my own. I talk to the elders and the ancestors. They tell me, my son, you are the mouthpiece for us. You are the oracle. Go and tell our children. This is the person that they write for them. Anybody you see that is leading them and the person is building houses for themselves, that person is not for them. But somebody who has money and who created their own wealth and the sharing it with the people is a good one. All right? So Klarwlue is falling. He's building a commercial center in SINOE County, Drazon, to decentralize the commerce in our county. And so anybody knows, oh, the garage. All right, so to Klarwlue, okay, sir, that's garage. Say you bought plenty of car there for yourself, right? I want to get a garage for you so the people can steal your car, you know. When you put it in there, it will be protected. Because when you leave it outside, the people, they'll take the power from there, they go sell it because you're not feeding them. So your car is vulnerable. So say you call the shopping center, the economic center that I'm building in Drazon for the first time in the history, one of the original districts in the country. It has no economic center. And you are calling the garage, I'm building that using my own money. It's not like you that are taking money from the port and building all these structures for yourself. So Klarwlue is the antithesis to son-in-law Noah. All right? The woman will leave Los Angeles. This lady, I mean, she worth $1 million. She has her own agency that she's running. She has no reason to go to SINOE County. She's not looking for money. But the diggers, the hunters, like son-in-law Noah, is about money, a amalgamation of wealth, accumulation of wealth. And Klarwlue said, no. That daughter that son-in-law says that she can be lawmaker too, she can be senator. That's that daughter I want. I want to empower that child. So I will send her to school. No, my own daughter will not go to school in America. I'm sending her to go to school in Liberia. While son-in-law children are going to school in the United States, the man is engaging into capital flight, take the resources from the country. And Klarwlue is doing. That's why I use the word the antithesis. When you are the antithesis, you are the opposite to something or somebody. So the two of them, they are polar opposite. Klarwlue built her own house with her own money. She got one in Wilson Town. She got her office in SINOE where she running. She got her house in Monrovia. She done. She coming there. She not using. But son-in-law Noah had nothing, absolutely nothing. The man was eating Gedeh like myself. And then overnight, the man changed, radical transformation. The man that honorable now. And then where is the honorable working? The Port of Greenville. This is how it looks on his watch. Right now on the Port of Greenville, this is how it looks on the son-in-law Noah watch. This is how it looks. All right? And son-in-law Noah said, you know what? You know, I love the people of SINOE County. So since I left the port, I abandoned the port, I will give few person. These huts, look at it in it. Instead of the man breaking it down and build something for the people, he said, no, I will buy Chinese in. Then after doing that for the people, he say, okay, now this is what I want to do. I love myself. Boom, I build one for myself first. 2, I build it one for myself. Now, I be man, now I got to chop more. He built it for himself again. He built this. When I cast over there, that I parking in front of your crib, and Gally build the mall, the man said that garage, the guy say, okay, say I want so the people can take the tire for it and go set it. So let's put it in the garage for you. All right. Now, the man built this again. The son-in-law said, no, this is not enough. I need more horses. Because when I leave the port, I might not get job anytime soon. Because I spoiled the place. I mean, the place dilapidated. I would not get a chance again. So let me build more horses. When I leave, I just put rental in there. I'll be enjoying, you know. So he built this. Then he said, no, I want more. He built this one again. Okay. So son-in-law Noah, district number 3 is the wrong choice for you. Totally wrong already. When you send son-in-law Noah in the Capitol building where you will be making his own budget, you finished. You are done for life. He will be more than Donald Trump. The port is literally broken down. The children are not taking pay at the port. Son-in-law Noah get building horses. But they say, oh, no money. Oh. But sir, where are you getting the money overnight? And the people that are working with you, they can't afford to build one kitchen for themselves. That's where we are right now. So Klarwlue Foley is the best choice. Ask anybody know what is your platform right now. And the people don't even know what a platform means. They will do a bullet point and say, I will give you all car. I will bring healthcare. It's not platform. That's what we call flyer. A platform, for example, I'll give you something. Let me give you a quick example here. Let me get a thing from my bookshelf here. Let me show you this, right? Here is what we call platform. You see, the coming revolution is the book by Julius Malema of South Africa. He gave you how many pages in this book? When you take the references from there or the bibliography, right? When you add it, you're talking about 287-page book here, right? But the man will give you a flyer. See, this is the coming revolution by Julius Malema. He gave it to you clear how you're going to do it. That's a platform. That's what Manneh Muin, he go online. Jagbele job Google her. She gave a detailed platform. How is she going to do things? Anybody know? Hey, healthcare. I'll give you roads. Okay, what a minister of public works should do when you're building roads. When law make up building roads, the guy doesn't know what to do. He doesn't know what to say. They don't know what they are talking about. And so Klarwlue gave you a clear platform. She's not coming and say, oh, I'll build skyscraper for you. No, that's a lie. A lawmaker cannot build skyscraper for you. They're not coming to get healthcare. That's not a job. They can facilitate a bill to do that, but it's their executive job. All right? That's what Joe Biden then, when they're running for office, they say, I will create jobs. I'll give 5,000 jobs, 5 million jobs. I will bring tuition down. That's the executive job. It's the financial lawmaker here in the country talking about, I mean, they want to build, they're talking about those things because they know their function. It's divisional level. So Manneh Muin is the best person for you, for that district. Give our daughter the opportunity and you'll be proud of her. She's not telling you no man, or woman can do, or man can do what woman can do. That's only about not telling you what man can do, woman can do it. That's only about not telling you those things. So it is up to you. I got 6 girls. I don't want nobody telling my daughter, my children those things, and I'll vote for you. And you yourself, you get a child. And you say, what man can do, woman can do it. The man doesn't know what he's talking. He is in the patriarchal, the masculine culture mindset, the old school, where everything is man know. That what Klarwlue can be telling the man, say, brother, this is not physical fight. Physically, he can beat me. I agree. But we are using the mind. And then what the French philosopher René Descartes said, cogito ergo sum, I think, therefore I am. It's mine. It's not physicality. It's not a misogynistic society here we live in. No. We are talking about who has better ideas. Who can improve, because a leader is the one that motivates the people to get the best out of them. And that's what Klarwlue stands for. And that's on the board, Noah. They call you honorable and you can't do honorable things. So we got 2 persons. Zasa for the Senate, and for the House of Representatives, you get Klarwlue Foley. If you want somebody know how to get you all Chinese zinc, all right, and mosquito eating you, is totally up to you. You can go, look at it, ask somebody know how to sleep, and he will not do it. He will never, ever do that. But he has the audacity and he's campaigning for, I put zinc on people's house. What? This is a visionary leader. This is a visionary leader. He's not a leader, as a matter of fact. He's not it's not. When you listen to a young man, Julius Malema, I read a young man as a man got vision. He is consistent, saying the same thing over and over. That means that's why he believes in. Yes, that's why he believes in. There's something I saw in here. Let me see. Maybe I'll find there's a line here. It's a very interesting line. There are very personal qualities of political figures. Okay, and there are critical movements in human history when the qualities of the leadership can be the decisive factor that tips the balance one way or another. Is Judah Malema talking to you? Now, I mean, he said, there are critical moments in human history when the quality of the leadership can be the decisive factor that tips the balance one way or another. Okay. If you have the right leader, that leader can tip the balance in the interest of the people. And that's why when you see Rwanda, because the leader can change things overnight when you have the right person. Okay? And that's why Judah Malemana is talking. That's why he's talking. He's not talking about Noah. We're talking about, he get Toyota, that old machine. And you see he himself driving keyless vehicle. You press a button, he carry a vehicle and he call it ambulance. You know what an ambulance is? Have you even seen the ambulance that's talking about saying he gave to the people? Have you seen it? Have you seen it? Has it picked any patient or no? Maybe sending them out and carry that people can get sick. No. He's trying to an ambulance is a hospital on wheels. All right? An ambulance is a hospital on wheels, a house on wheels. It is on the go, it has everything in it. All right? Because here, you get Toyota and you just put it. When somebody gets in an ambulance, it's an emergency. So you have to make the medical professional they got everything in there to keep the person alive before they get to the hospital. The stationary one, the big building. All right? But the guys don't want to say nothing. The building has it for himself. And he bought all Toyota money, go put on face the tire. I remember then they wash it, they put a picture on it. He bought ambulance. I was like, what? And the guy comes to America. The other time he said that man, if another time coming to America, he sees this thing. And so when you get vision, when you love your people, you get the best for them. You don't get second-handed stuff for your people, and you get the brand new one for yourself. No, that's a terrible leader. That's a terrible leader. And so, SINOE County, will show you who is best for you. Reverend Kolo is the wrong one either. It will be a disaster when you put Kolo there. It's a disaster. The man has 3 major things on him already. When you ignore it and you say, you came my pa, you came my ma, I'll vote for you, that's your business. But I will tell you guys, Kolo has 3 major things against him. They are, 1, his alignment with Milton Teahjay. Milton Teahjay is not for you. I just gave you the whole show dedicated to Milton Teahjay. And I didn't finish. And Kolo say, you know what? I am a man of God. I support the God in the Bible and I support Kolo. I support Milton Teahjay because they are bad people. The God in the Bible is as vicious or more vicious than Milton Teahjay. But the God that Kolo believes in. A God that will give people instruction and say, you'll march around the city. What are children there? What are animals there? You'll kill every living thing. And you're serving that God. You are not a good person. No. That's not how it works. And Milton Teahjay, like the God in the Bible, he said, I'm with you. Kill the Liberian people, I'm with you. After killing the people physically, economically, he killed us. For 6 years. Quentin Duncan is my witness. Okay? Kolo say, you know what? Milton Teahjay are the man for me. So he's not for us. No. That's one thing against him. 1. The second one is his lack of democratic understanding. Reverend Kolo is not a Democrat. Why do I say that? In a democratic society, when you go for a competition and your opponent wins, clear, crystal clear, the numbers, they say that, no cheating, and you don't concede, and you put people in the street, you are a tyrant. You are not a Democrat. You don't believe in democracy. When you see Kolo doing, he demonstrated that. I can give you many sources. His own cousin, Leo, the beginning came on my show here and said, Reverend Kolo was chasing me. He was chasing me. He threatened me because I put a statement on Facebook. And the beginning gave, even the audio, he sent it to me. Next time I'll play it. The man angry on the phone. Whatever you put on Facebook, take it down. I'm not joking with you. That's tyrant right there. He does not believe in freedom of speech. That young man was terrified. He said, people, I don't know what to do now. That man threatened me. He came on the show as well. That's what Leo said. O'Hara came. O'Hara and Martin, they came on the show. They debated the issues. And I asked them a basic question. I said, okay, Martin and O'Hara here. Before you leave me, I have one question for you. If you were to give me the weakness, because nobody is perfect. We have our strengths, we have our weaknesses. If you were to name the weakness of your candidate, what would that be? O'Hara was honest, the young man, just the same way Leo said. I'm giving you people names, right? I'm not making anything up. O'Hara said, we better. Reverend Kolo, it anger. He got serious anger problem. When a man gets angry, you can't listen to anybody. That's the beginning of tyranny. That's how a dictator is born. Because whatever he wants, he must get it. He's not a Democrat. He doesn't live in a he lives in a democratic society, but he does not believe in the tenet of democracy. No. It's a democracy, as Mr. Zaza would say, democracy is the respect for the rule of law. Either I don't always believe that one. I don't agree with that necessarily. I don't believe there are some rule of law that are unjust, and you don't have to obey that. When the law is unjust, you will break the law. Yeah. The great people there before, they said that before. All right. So there are two on Kolo. His alignment with Milton Teahjay, he lack of democracy, and the third one is very sad. I know it's graphic, but I'll show you. This stuff against the man. This is what was a result of the violence he carried on in SINOE. Mark Newman, may his soul rest in peace. Mark Newman will be crying in his grave. When the people of SINOE County, they reward Reverend Kolo with the seat, that young man will not go. You will not be at ease. No. You will be bastardizing his legacy, because his mind was not for Kolo. He was against Kolo ascension to power because of what I'm saying right now. He said, no, this man is not a Democrat. He does not believe in freedom of speech. And so I don't want him. So he supported Zaza. And because they were jubilating, they were celebrating the victory of Zaza. And that young man died. The guy busted eye. I got the video, I can play again. I got all these things while my device is acting up right now. I played the video the other day. Where Kolo and his supporters, they were taking stick and chasing people for dancing, for winning. Kolo is not for you. I'm telling you this. I love the people of SINOE. I love Kolo, but it is not for you. Let a man remain in the church. The church is where he belongs. Because him and God, they got the same philosophy. It's a tribal God in the Bible. He's for the Israelites. All the other tribes say, you kill them. You take their children. You look for the virgin and mother. How do you know all of that? That's the philosophy of the God in the Bible. And that's what Kolo espoused. That's what Milton Teahjay espoused. And I will tell you guys, these things are very uncomfortable, but we must say that we cannot shield and protect, bad people in our society. Who say a bad man can do good thing? Kolo, yeah, he got unfinished. That's good. That's a good thing. Good people can do bad things, and they can do good things. But we're looking at the overall. good of the society. If the people before us, they call progressives, when they fought the tyranny of the American Liberians, and now some of our children, they have imbibed that same philosophy. Why you want to get that power if you don't want to put the American Liberian back? Why you want to put, you try the other one, and see what he's doing now. All the Gold Creeks, all the rivers in SINOE County, they are for him. Go see our road. He carry companies and all those things over there. And the roads are abandoned. Why you want to put these people in power? You're telling Klarwlue Tina is the best. But Klarwlue Tina, I listen to a platform. No, I was discouraged. A platform alone. Klarwlue Tina, no, platform, it was discouraging. I said, no. I'm for women, but the woman should have good ideas. No, I'm not hearing anything from Elena Chela. No, she not giving us something either. So, for example, let's listen to Klarwlue Tina.
I will not disappoint you. I will be there for you guys. I will be there for the women on District 3. In 2023, come. We will do it together. One person, one forest, one tree cannot make a forest.
Okay, you heard, you just listen to her. I will play again so you can listen to her.
I will not disappoint you. I will be there for you guys. I will be there for the women on District 3. In 2023, come. We will do it together. One person, one forest, one tree cannot make a forest.
Okay, that's it. There you have it. 2023, that's a platform of Klarwlue Tina. One person, one forest, one tree. She coming to divide tree. All right. And the tree, she is not dividing it amongst all the people. She said the women. All right. So girls, babies, you put her in the women, but they are not women. You have to reset it to be a woman. So she is coming for the women to divide tree and forest and those things. She didn't call the men. She's not coming there for the men. No, I want somebody who will seek the interest of all and sundry, and not one gender, and not one sex. So Klarwlue Tina, our platform is discouraging. We don't have trees problem over there. She wants to divide trees. No, that's not what. So she's the wrong person either. So again, district number 3 is Klarwlue Tina is your best choice for that district. The woman is a professional nurse. She's been working, the other day she said, for 27 years. Okay, she has practical experience. She's doing your job. She was the president for the Sapo people before. And on her watch, you got the biggest, the first time for continuum of medication to go to our people. The town hall right now, before, the people used to sit on benches on the floor. They carry their own thing. She put the chairs and she bought the first generator for that building. And she building a commercial center right now in SINOE County in district number, because she wants to decentralize commerce. You know, she said, oh, because when somebody wants to buy Becco, right, they have to go either to Greenville, they go to Zwedru. So she said, let's open an economic center here. So our people don't have to travel these long distances to get rice, to get whatever they want, pepper. We can open the place here, and you get you want to do business person, you want place, you get your place there. That's how a leader thinks. She is thinking big. All right? She is the best person. She's not going there for money. Klarwlue Tina can live here and her children will do well. All right? So people of SINOE County, I'm telling you, again, if you go there and put your man honorable there, y'all can tell your honorable is up to y'all. All right? From here, the honorable man, they call you honorable. I don't know how people can become honorable in Liberia. I don't know what the format they're using. I have no idea. Let me see some of the comment I'm trending here. Watching from the mind, how you doing? Vincent, thanks for joining. For watching. Alison about Noah will win district number 3. My man Lloyd, I can tell you for sure, I will not rule out his opportunity, because Liberian people are known for voting people that harm them. I'm not surprised when it's vote for him. Again, when the people can elect Taylor, they can elect Allen Johnson Salif, they can elect Prince Johnson, they can elect Joe Bole. Those people there, why talking about Noah can be elected? It's possible. It is possible. So I'm not ruined, but I'm just saying it would be a bad and terrible, and I mean, like, evil decision for themselves. They are not seeking their own interests because the guy is not for them. All right. So I agree with you, Lloyd. But I think I'm telling the people of SINOE County, vote Klarwlue Tina. You will be in good hands. You'll be taken care of. Let me see what the comments say here. So, Doc, you chose to classify the Almighty God as a bad God. By the way, Doc, what has become of your mean guess, Reverend Muin, for today? Very good question, Reverend. Thank you. The man has been fighting with the device, and for whatever reason, he wasn't able to get on. That's why, I wanted to have a good discussion. But when he gets on the device, he said he's having problem from the end, and there was nothing I can do about it, and that's why. So let me see. So you choose to classify the Almighty God as a bad God. No, I'm not classifying the God. I'm reading the God resume, Elder. I mean, if you apply for a job and you send a resume, that what the employer will look at, they will either hire you based on your experience or not. So the Bible is the resume of the biblical God. And what I'm reading in the Bible is not pleasant. And that's why I use the word bad. Because if a God will instruct people to demolish towns and cities, I mean, what name can we give that? It's a monster. I'm sorry, I know these are uncomfortable things to say. But I want to come in there. What's a yopo there? One black. Then I know a player me answer. The thing you are afraid of that what I can say. Yes, you call me an iconoclast. I break things that people cherish. I'm sorry when I hurt somebody. But we just have to say it. You just have to say it. If I love my children, and then I will create the other guy who was with me before in heaven, they call him Lucifer. And then I put my children in a garden, and this guy rebelled against me. I tie with the man there. Then I send that same man in my house where my children are living. What kind of father am I? I can't stand that man in heaven. And I get vexed and I say, you know what? Go bother my children in their house. What does it say about me? Is that a good God? I'm sorry, Ella, with all due respect, I'm sorry to shadow your belief like that. But that's what I see. If I love my children, I put them in the house, it is my responsibility, whether they are 50 years or 70, they are my children, especially we the Africans. We always look out for our children. But the people told me, rather than they gave me the theological fancy words, omnibenevolent, omnipotent, omniscient. They gave me all these big words. That break them down for some of us. So when the Reverend said their God is omnibenevolent, which means he loves everybody. He is all loving. Now, what I mean, omnibenevolent. When you are a benevolent person, you caring, you care for people, you love people. All right. So the opposite of benevolent is malevolent. All right. That the opposite when mal is bad, malevolent. All right. So when God is omni, so the word omni means all. It means all. Omnibenevolent. So when somebody is omnibenevolent, he loves everybody. Wow, other people have been tortured. Wow, other people are suffering. Babies, they're born with all these different deformities. Their parents, they did everything right. But they're suffering. When you go to the pediatric, the children's hospital right now, you cry. Go to the RCU right now, you see people crying, but they got a benevolent man that loves them. He doesn't care. But then they will put a blame on him and be, oh, you know what? They use the free will argument. Oh, God gave you free will. Okay, when I give my children free will, and then an obstacle kind of way, they can't surmount that obstacle. I had an all-powerful man, I can't come and free my children and look at it and say, oh, I gave free will already, so let an all-powerful thing and let it take you over. I'll watch. No, you don't do that. You're not a good man. So if you give me free will and something comes in my way, I can't surmount it, and you are omnipotent. Omnipotent means you are all-powerful. Or you are omniscient. That means you know everything that will happen before it happens, and before it coming happen, you know everything. So you see a bad thing coming to me. I get free will, yes, I agree. But I can't surmount the force. But the omnipotent things knows that the bad thing is coming to me. I mean, the only benevolent thing, the thing that loves me, say they see the thing, but they say, no, I get a man free will. Let a man be on your own. No. Reverend, unfortunately, that's not nice. That is not nice. I will not call that a nice call. The God that will select, we are fighting tribalism in Liberia, but he chose one tribe. That's a tribal God. He's divisive. They say there's a story, I don't know what in the Bible, the people were building a tower to heaven, and the people were speaking one language, and because the language they were using it to communicate to build their structure, they are getting to God. God got angry and put confusion among them. But then the people will turn around. God is not a God of confusion. No, you made the people there now understanding each other. What is wrong with building that tower? And you create that. So he's not a good man. Instructing people, the Sodom and Gomorrah, they say, that's also homosexuals in the city. That's not true. That is not true. The babies are not homosexuals. No. The animals are there. They are not homosexual. There were few people. We are in America right now. Same-sex marriage is legal. Are we all homosexual? No. So if God hates homosexual, he should go after them because he knows who is homosexual and who is not. But he decided to demolish the whole city. Even Lot's wife, the man, his children in the town, the woman children in the town, mother, they love their children. The woman left her children in the town. She looked beyond. The woman turned to salt. Come on, that's not a good man. The woman is burning her children in the town. And things are going helter-skelter. No, and that the pastor, that they call the pastor and they worshiping, that the philosophy, they pumping in our people, they indoctrinating our people 24/7 with these things. And I'll be like, I'm glad to be the spokesperson of the elders and the ancestors to see things another way. Thank you, elders, ancestors, for not making me to subscribe to a diabolical Eurocentric God. No, I'm not. So I wish the pastor will come in here today to come to explain this thing to me. But the device start getting issues. Let me see any comment here again. Sorry, Edith, I know. I read your book because in order to disagree with somebody, you got to read what the person is saying. That free will argument is not strong. It's a lesser argument for anybody to make. Because, okay, let's say you got a human being got free will. Okay, what's about that? Who free will, for example, when the lion or the deer that in the forest that you're walking around, and then the branch of the tree will just fall down, boom, on that thing, and that whole animal will start suffering, it will die right there. Or the other animal chasing the other one, killing each other. Whose free will is that? That antelope that is being eaten by the lion, it wants to live too. Whose free will is because is that because we ate apple? So these things they are not true. Okay, whose free will is causing the earthquake, the tsunamis? Is that human free will? No, we don't do that. We are not in charge of that. So if God exists, maybe I have free will. He doesn't care. So that's why I use the word bad, Reverend. That's not a good person to behave that way. Okay. I think I'm done with that. God bless you, Doc. Say amen. Amen. I'm not, no, you know what? The reason I mean, when you want to say amen and woman, I don't mind saying those things because they are just words, they are just mere words that we throw around. That's when you study the philosophy of language, because without language, you can't say all these things we're saying. So it's our ability to use language that I will use the word. So amen, it changes nothing. It does not change the record of that do in the Bible. So that's it. Something about Noah. Okay, I read that comment. Is following Klarwlue. Thank you for following. Let's see. I'm watching from Houston. Thank you for following, Chief. Watching from Tuba Town, Bencher, Lower Virginia. All right, our Virginia, Liberia, the people then they will change our towns and name over there. They give it the Western names or names for America. All right, guys, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say thank you so much for following us today. This is the premier platform of SINOE County, where we tell you all the right things. We see some things that are comfortable and we see some things that are very uncomfortable. But hey, if you think my uncomfortable speeches it's just polemic. All right, give me something better. I'm open to, opposite, better view, better argument. But don't say that what God say. No, when you say God say, no, I don't want to take, it's not a brute fact. Give me a convincing argument. Give me something and say, oh, that the Lord said that, hey, no, I don't believe that. Yes, before I believe it, it must make sense. Anything that does not improve the human condition is not a good thing. Religion is what has kept Africa where it is today, because the people don't want us to compete with them. So they carry what we call the religious pacifier to us. And while we are sucking, pacifier get nothing in it, right? When the baby cries, you give it to the baby. The baby only sucking your own spit. That ain't nothing inside. So they give all this placebo that has no medicine in it, and we're taking it. And that's what the philosopher Karl Marx said, religion is the opium of the masses. It's a drug. When the masses want to take it, when they smoke it, they don't want to think. They suspend it. They can use that critical thinking in all the other areas. But when it comes to religion, especially Christianity, oh, don't question it. It is a taboo, it's sacrosanct. No question, no, I don't subscribe to that. But guess what? The country that they say it was built on Christian principle, it's called Liberia, the oldest independent country in Africa. All right, you get more churches than schools, but it's the poorest in the world, one of the poorest country in the world. They're going on listening to that. I don't know. But when you ask the pastor, that they get fixed. But all the planet churches and one good church and more there to do the right thing for God to listen to us more. So say 1847 or before 1847, the people on their land, small land mass, they are at least 6 million people. They are suffering, but they are praying to the thing up to the president of the church. He get he build his own church with the people resources, but people condition still the same. But guess what? China got 1.4 billion people. They don't believe in the God that the pastor was asking me about. No. So you want to tell me that 1.4 billion people in China, they don't know what they are doing? Or they want also the 1.4 billion people in India that don't believe in the God you believe in, they don't know what they are doing? Or the 125 million people in Japan, they don't know what they are doing? They don't believe in this God. But guess what? They are doing great. They are far developed than Liberia. They got more churches. So people, all we need is humanism. We don't need religion. Humanism is the philosophy that we should seek each other's interests. When we see problems somewhere, let's find a solution to it. And not religious placebo. The people pray all day. COVID time, all the churches are closed. God ran away. It was the scientific community that got us to where we are today. But yeah, they get all powerful God, omnipotent, omniscient. He know everything. Omnibenevolent, he loves you. All right, guys, y'all gotta bring something that will convince me more, because I've not seen anything compelling at all in the Bible. I see a people like David. I know David, one of the guys. David saw 10,000, yeah, 100 or 1,000. They celebrating killing people. I said, what? Brother and brother fighting. Esau and Jacob, they fighting. Oh, the other one chose stole their friend birthright. What kind of example you setting? Do you want me to follow that thing in the Bible? No, I'm not. I don't want to steal my brother birthright. My brother is my brother, my blood brother, even now my brother. When that person is good, they will take care of me. They will take care of other people. So I'm not saying all religious people are bad or no. They got some good, nice religious people. Like my baby, for example, very nice. Very, very nice. That's fine. Very nice. Mother Teresa, very nice woman. She take care of the poor. She fed the poor. But the philosophy is not helping us. That's my problem. The philosophy is not helping us. And again, Einstein finished telling us that thing. Einstein is saying, I believe in God. He said the definition of insanity, that a big word for Christendom, is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. We have tried religion for 175 years, almost Liberia about to be 175. The people are wallowing in poverty, and they get all the churches. The people doing fast and prayer. Technology make it easy. They can congregate on a teleconference and they pray all day, but then they're ready to go do double. And there were other people here. So my father, that Bill Gates, I'll go do double. I beg you all there. I said, Papa, what kind of goose? What? Just look for the best school. Let me just go learn. Send me to school. Let me get the best knowledge so I can get the best job. Get the best company. Doc, you made me laugh. Let me see what the Reverend said. Doc, you made me laugh when you equate God to man. Okay? So, but what I see in the Bible is nothing but anthropomorphism. Oh, I don't know, big word again. Now, Tina, the Reverend taught me Tina, because they're the philosopher, the wrote all the BB Bowden, right? When we're in high school, they call it personification. But then when you go up, they advance it to anthropomorphism. So it's basically a personification or anthropomorphism. Anthro is human, right? So giving human being qualities to something that is not human being. So personal, so personification, so that person, human being, thing, and you give it to something that is not human being. So when the Reverend said, Doc, you made me laugh when you equate God with man, because everything that man does, that what the God in the Bible does, he gets angry, he gets jealous. He kills people. Those are things that human beings do. So it's anthropomorphism. Well, enjoy yourself, my son. I will just pray for you for forgiveness. What have I done wrong, really? Is it a bad thing to have different opinion? So if you say somebody tall and I say the other person short, does one person need prayer? No, we just don't agree. Am I committing any sin here by not agreeing with you? I don't see disagreement as I pull out the flaws and I'll tell you why I don't believe in it. I don't believe in it. So we just disagree. If you want to pray for me, I really appreciate it, Reverend. That's very kind of you, but I just don't see it. Unless you say disagreement equals to sin, then please continue to pray for me. I really accept it wholeheartedly, as you are in a complete different world. A different world. Well, I just in the world of reality. Because religion, if you read your Bible, it says superstition. So I'm not doing superstition here. I want us to find solution to the way the scientists they found solution to COVID. That one I want prayer is not the panacea. Prayer is not the remedy to the problems we have. Yes. When we want economic solution, and they see people say, oh, God sent manna for heaven. But people are starving right now. God can't send a manna, he forget about them. They said Jesus fed 5,000 people, but Jesus can't send the bread to the other people that are dying right now. The animal and they're dying from starvation in the forest. Okay, you made this animal for them to suffer? Okay, the deer can't make fun too. So why are you starving it to death? So I don't see the deity that loves people here or that loves the other animals, that loves everything. I don't see it. I will create my fine creation, all the things I created, and I'm just looking at it, they're just dying and perishing and suffering. But I say, you know what, I care add my product over there. So that one in philosophy, I think there are several possibilities. Philosophers are saying, out of the God, if there is a God that created the world, is a baby God. That is, babies don't know what they are doing. So a baby can be playing, right? And then they knock on it over. So they say it's a baby God that was playing around and just knocked on it over and the thing came to bang. It has no purpose. So that's the baby God option. Maybe that the baby God created, and the thing just he knocks on it over. So let me say, for example, you have a mercury in a bottle, right? Or let's just say aluminum stuff, you dissolve it, and you got the fluid in a pot, and maybe you just playing around, you just tip that thing over. When it congeals, when it dries up, it turns to something else. Will not be liquid anymore. So it's the thing. Maybe the baby girl just playing around. Blue, we got this thing. We'll have it naturally over, and we got the word. That's one option. It could be there is a God. That one of the founding fathers of the United States, Thomas Paine, and they believe they call him the deistic God, deism. The deist says that the God, he came, is a man who came, just started the vehicle, turned it on, and just turned it back, and the vehicle is running. So the God came and just did all the things, and just turned it back and say you're on your own. So it's also what they call the absentee God. He left, and so you're on your own. So that's another possibility that philosophers give us. They also in the form of the blasé God, don't care. It's with the blasé God. There's another form of what you call laissez-faire economics. Everybody on their own, laissez-faire. The other man can eat the other person. So it's a laissez-faire God. He doesn't care. So there are a lot of possibilities that philosophers they give us. Or the reason bad things are happening. It's a diabolical God. So diabolical people, or there's another word they call sadistic people. That's another word for A. They call. I just forget the word, but that use sadism, for example. Sadistic people, they enjoy inflicting harm. When bad thing happening, it makes them happy. It's a form of psychopathy. So, but psychosis, let's put it that way. So they enjoy inflicting harm on other people. So it could be the possibility that while all these suffering going on, because when somebody dies, when something horrific happens, it makes God happy. That's why you make all the hurricanes and the different things that are happening. That's another possibility. It could be that it's an angry God. So every time the religious people they go to church, they put their gun, drum it down, they start beating it. It makes the God angry more, and that's why bad thing happening. It's another possibility that what philosophers give us. So it could be an angry God somewhere. So every time you beat drum, you go to church, you dance, he causes a hurricane over there. He's angry. He's mad. So guys, there are a lot of possibilities. Because I don't see the benevolent, the kindness, I don't see it at all. Because the earth in itself, it wasn't made for us. We don't want to make it livable. If you think I'm lying, tonight don't wear any clothes, or as a matter of fact, wear your clothes and go stay outside. You see why you can stay there for a few hours. Don't cover yourself. You see why you can stand outside there. The earth is not meant. We create it, we make it comfortable for ourselves. Because we want to survive. So we build houses, we put heat in them so that we can keep warm, and those things. It's us. No deity out there cares for you. Anyway, guys, I enjoy messing with religious people. It's fun. They really vex. Unfortunately, my candidate believes in that, but hey, everybody got to take a position. But that's why our differences, we still cool. My baby and myself too, she prays, all the time. That's good. That's good. You can pray that I support you in whatever once it doesn't harm people, I will support you. But once it's injurious to other people, then we'll have a problem. But if you can pray and say, oh, good things will happen to me, that's good. Of course. I'll continue on that. And Reverend wants to say, oh, yeah, we want you to come for counseling. That's a good thing. I will listen. Yeah, so that's the thing about me. I don't hate. I can tell you the good thing that religious people have done. They build churches. They send people to school. The only thing when they send you to school, they want to indoctrinate you. So they send you to the seminary. You propagate their philosophy. But it's not. You can look at it positive or negative. I'd rather have somebody who knows than an ignorant person. All right, guys. I enjoyed talking to you. I want to say thank you for today. I appreciate you staying with me. Thank you for your comments. Yeah. Say, Jesus. Why somebody say Jesus like that? What happened to Jesus? Jesus gone, baby. Gone. Yeah. The man broke the Roman people law. They knew him. Now, how you do? We break the law. It's a sin to you and myself. We got a law here. You break the traffic law, policeman behind you, they get you ticket. So there's nothing about it that's scary. That religious people trying to scare. Religion, it survives on fear, appeal to fear. Yeah, they just do all these different things, but it's just, nothing. Religious people, Christianity, I think they believe in the theocracy, right? They believe in worshiping the government ruled by their person. So Jesus is there, and Jesus is their savior. All right, the people kill the savior. The guy is a Jew. The Jews don't believe in Jesus. They're waiting for that Messiah. But the Christian, they're the Messiah. The Liberian man, somebody way from Kabade, somebody way from Zozo. But they believe in somebody, a Jewish guy. And the Jewish people say, no, our Messiah is a conqueror. And he's the one supposed to conquer the enemy. The enemy can nail to the cross. But Liberian men say that Jesus is their savior. Yeah. Now that's how you put it. The savior for you. Especially the people of SINOE County. Our savior. Only bad thing the people are teaching us. All right, man, I'm out for the day. Enjoy the rest of the day. Join us again next morning. We are sorry that our guest wasn't able to get on. Yeah, the technology. It's the issues sometimes we can't control. But I'm out for the day. Thank you so much.